Everyone, this is Sheshe coming on to share with you a video on how I made this card, and hopefully it's not going to be too long. I will try to walk you through the steps on how to layer these flowers and elements on the card, as well as the layers on the card. So it'll be similar to the card that I made. So here's the process, and I'll also share with you the products I used as well, and I'll link as many as I can in the description box below. I am using this necklace here, these filler flowers, as well as this heart-shaped flower, this nesting set, as well as an A2 size card with a layer and a scallop from my stash. And here's how the layers go. So I will just show you the steps, and then I'll speed up the video to just give you an idea of how the layers work. This will be this is how it goes. This is the A2 size card. This will be glued on like this, and then this gets glued on. This will be popped up. I will use this Happy Valentine's Day sentiment. It's on an acrylic block. It will be embossed in silver embossing powder with Versamark ink. I plan to glue these items on with art glitter glue. I love this glue. And I will also use Stickles. This is some good powder to use when you're embossing. Anything you just you know, prep your surface, and then you mark the territory with your stamp after you ink it up with the embossing ink. Okay, so once I get to this portion, I will slow the video down so you can see the dies I used and how many pieces for each element. So I'm going to get started here. I hope you enjoy. Okay, for this portion of the video, I have popped up my nesting die onto the card. It's really pretty. Okay, so what you'll need, we're going to start on our layers. I have these 3 rhinestone hearts. I'll link them in the description box below if you would like some. And they go in the centers of my flowers. I'm just going to zoom in just a tad. Now, you don't need any special tools. It's only up to you if you want to do some really deep embossing, but I'm going to do everything by hand. So what I use for the flowers is this heart flower, and again these filler flowers and leaf set. And then again, this necklace. Now, I didn't share with you this, so I'm going to do it now. I used a doily from this teardrop set of like a doily. So it's this, like the next to smallest one in the center. So I've already took the liberty of cutting everything out. So what I do is I start with this, and I'm going to glue it down right here. This helps me kind of break up all the bright colors. So I'm just going to glue that down now. So this is layer 1. It's going to go right in the corner, lower corner of the nesting die. Okay, so that's how it's looking so far. As for the heart flowers, these are really easy to put together. We're going to need 3. So how I'm going to layer them for the medium, because what I'm using is the medium and the smallest one. So I cut out 2 of the medium, and this is for the medium flower. So 2 of the medium, and if you want to have like a two-tone look, I cut out 1 in pink and 1 in a brighter fluorescent type pink. And so what I'm going to do now is glue the bottom layer and offset this one like so. So look how pretty that's starting to look. Then I'm going to do that for the second layer. Now I'm going to take this one and put this behind the pink, so the lighter pink is going to be on top. And offset that as well. Then I'm going to glue this one on top of the medium flower. And then I'm going to put that in the center. And that's how it's going to look. And then you can just, you know, kind of push these up. Like that. You do that for all 3 flowers, and that's just how you make them. How easy is that? And then for the center, you put the little hearts in the middle. So I'll just give it a lot of glue like that. Hope I'm in camera. If I was not, I apologize. And let that dry. So I'll just continue to make these, and we'll start the layers. So as you can see, you don't need any special tools for that. And then I'm going to go over how I did the bead necklace, how I cut it up, and hopefully maybe there'll be like a special die that comes out where you don't need to do all that prepping. Because I thought it was really neat to just do what I did. I put glue on the back of that one by mistake before I was ready, but that's okay. We'll just glue it down now. You can do it however you wish. It will still work out. Okay, now we have that ready for preparation. We're going to start with our leaf. Again, this comes from the filler set. And the leaf looks like this from the filler set. So I start with 2. So I will angle 1 at the top right here. And then I will angle another one slightly under it like so. So it's kind of like we are making a teardrop shape as we're placing our spray on top of this card. So I'm going to do 1, and it's kind of great to have a fine tip glue bottle when you're gluing on intricate pieces. So I'm going to first glue this on like this, and I just glued it along the line of the leaf. Okay, and press that down. So that's what we have so far. As you can see, it looks sort of like a teardrop going along this nesting die. Then the next one will go along like this. Okay, so I'm going to give that some glue. Let's see, it looks like my glue bottle clogged a little bit just that quickly. Let's try this again. Okay. So I'm going to slightly push that down and offset it just like so. Okay. Alright, now we're ready to add our little flowers, and then we're going to tuck some pieces in. But first, I want to go over this necklace. And the necklace looks like this when you receive it in the package. And when you cut it out, it's cut into the paper. You'll have to like snip it from the paper. And when you snip it from the paper, it'll look like this as a whole. And then I've took the liberty of cutting like 2 pieces that I need. I need like one with like a little point, and then one that's like sort of beaded going this direction. So one will go like this and one will go like that. But I don't quite need a long piece, just like a short piece. So you'll need some scissors. And if you want to, you can emboss these little beads. So you will need to like if you have some little pieces that are kind of not so perfect, you can snip them if you like, you know, just slightly. They don't look real perfect, but I mean, they're fine enough. But you know, you could just do like whatever little trimming you need. So I'm just going to cut off what I need and save the little bits that I need later. Okay, so I'll probably need about that much. And then I kind of want like a little fat piece to go outward. So I'm going to cut this off. I don't need that. And then maybe I will have about this much going at an angle, coming out at a curve, okay, of the arrangement. So that's really all I need for that. So I'm going to start with my first, and I want to make sure the heart is going, you know, facing the correct way. So I'm going to glue that on. Again, this is clogged. Let me make sure my bottle's unclogged. Okay. Alright, I'm going to place this one right about here. Okay, and this is the part that I was talking about that I might want to have tucked coming out. So I'm going to glue this one coming out and under. So if you wanted to emboss this, you can. It's up to you. And then the smaller one we're going to have coming down here. So we have like some little leaves. If you want to emboss them, you can. It's really up to you. Okay, we're going to also glue on the second element, the second flower. And again, we want to make sure that the heart is facing the correct direction. So we're going to position it like right about here. Now we want to have like some flowers and leaves, like these little tiny flowers tucked here and there. So I'm going to tuck one of my leaves coming out from this area. Like that. And we're just going to build on this. And then I have another leaf, and this is all going to be by your taste and what you want, and you just look at it and see what does it need. Okay, so if you need to lift it up more and have it coming out, then do that. If you don't like the position of it, then that's what you do. So I needed to push that up more, then that's what I did. Then I have this leaf right here. I want it to come out like this. So that's what I'm going to do. And this one I'm going to have come over a little bit more. And I want to have this one come out more. And this one will be like under here. So I'm going to glue that under here. Sometimes this glue bottle just keeps clogging a little bit. Good thing I have a pen handy. Alright, so we'll have this coming under here. And so that's how that looks so far. So that it doesn't look too empty. Then we have this element right here, and we're going to glue it coming from this area. and coming out. So it looks like that. And now we have this flower that needs to go on here, and we want to make sure it's going the right direction. So we're going to give it some glue. Press that down. So now it's looking a little bit more full. We want one leaf coming out of this section. So I'm going to have this one coming out since it's angled this way. Looks like that. And then these, you can just use your fingers and give them some dimension. You don't really need a tool. They're so small. So I'm going to give them some glue. And we're going to put them right about here. And that's how that's looking so far. All the layers. And then this one needs a flower right here. So I'm going to place that right there. And again, I'm going to give it just a little bit of dimension by curling it. And that's how it's looking so far. If you feel you need more items here, you can. I did have like this little heart that I may want to stick somewhere. So I may place that there. On this particular card, I had something coming out right there, so maybe I'll stick that there. It's all up to you. So what I'll do is probably stick it somewhere. Let's see. Just to have something like a pop of color. So I'll probably stick it right in here. And you can use any heart from your stash to tuck that somewhere. So I have it coming out of there. I'll probably put some more leaves here. Okay, for the final touch, we just add Stickles, which is really fun. So I'm going to add some to my little pearls right here. And some right here. For some sparkle. And then some on the flowers. Just the tips. And you just let that set aside to dry. Now it won't be all sparkly in the beginning because it's not dry, but you get the idea, I hope, how it will look, which I'll show you the other card and how it looks because it is all sparkly. I just put it on last because you don't always have to waste all your stickles on the whole flower, just on what you can see, because it's all tucked in there. Okay, I'm going to turn it. Okay, so I hope you found that helpful in layering your flowers. And that's how it looks. Really, really pretty. Okay, here's the other one. Looks quite similar. This is all dry. Really gorgeous. And then this one's really sparkly. And then as you can see, that's where that silver element is, and it ties in with the silver embossing. Okay, so again, links are in the description box below on most of the products I used. So take care, and I hope you have a fabulous day.